Good afternoon, I'm Mai Rodriguez. This is Newsfeed at noon on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel. The headlines today: the nation gears up for a hero's welcome for Carlos Yulo and our Filipino Olympians. A technical glitch spoils Elon Musk's interview with former U.S. President Donald Trump. And will boxing be included in the LA Olympics? A hero's welcome awaits Carlos Yulo, the first Filipino two-time Olympic gold medalist. Also awaiting honors are bronze medalists Ira Villegas, Nesty Petesio, and other athletes who took part in the Summer Games. To tell us more, Bea de la Cruz reports live from the MMDA Command Center. Bea, what time will Yulo and the Philippine delegation arrive?
A grateful nation is ready to welcome Carlos Yulo and other athletes who represented the country at the Paris Olympics. Preparations are in full swing for our hero's welcome to the athletes, some of whom will arrive later this afternoon, including double gold medalist Carlos Yulo. No less, the President will welcome Yulo and other athletes at the Villamor Air Base. They will then be brought to Malacanang for a dinner reception and awarding. Tomorrow, a grand parade will be held in honor of the athletes. The parade will start at the Aleo Theater in Pasay City at 3 p.m. and will wind through the streets of Pasay and Manila and eventually end at the Rizal Memorial Sports Complex, where another celebration will be held. We went to the place where Carlos Yulo grew up in Leverisa Street in Malate. His relatives and neighbors are thrilled to see Kaloy back home. They attest to Kaloy's spirit and dedication to the sport of gymnastics.
Nagtitraining yan, pag uwi yan, dumudugo yung mga kamay niya. Kumbaga kumakapal yung mga ano nila, yung kalyo. Pag uwi niyan dito, puro kalyo yan, dumudugo yan. Yelo lang, yelo. Minsan siyempre napipilayan o yelo rin.
Pinagpatuloy niya talaga kasi porsigido na siya. Masaya po at damihan niya po yung medal niya, ay yung golden medallion niya.
The Metro Manila Development Authority says no road closures will be implemented for the homecoming. Heavy traffic is expected in and around the parade route. Some 300 personnel will be deployed to implement the stop-and-go scene. Back to you, Mai.
Thank you, Bea, for that report. The country has recorded an increase in leptospirosis cases after Typhoon Karina and the enhanced southwest monsoon last month. According to the DOH, there are 255 new leptospirosis cases over a 2-week period from July 21 to August 3. This is 17% higher than the 217 cases recorded from July 7 to 20. The DOH continues to assess the clinical and logistics situation to effectively respond to the rise in cases. The Agriculture Department rejects calls to declare a state of national calamity due to a recent surge in African swine fever infections. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Tiu Laurel says enhanced border controls and an emergency inoculation program should be enough to stop the spread of the disease for now. He also assures lawmakers the current ASF situation remains manageable and won't drive pork prices up. The province of Batangas already declared a state of calamity due to the ASF outbreak. The Department of Foreign Affairs says it has filed a note verbale against China. This is to protest what the armed forces called dangerous and provocative maneuvers by 2 Chinese planes over Bajo de Masinloc. The Chinese aircraft dropped flares in the path of 2 Philippine Air Force planes on a routine patrol in the West Philippine Sea. President Bongbong Marcos strongly condemned the incident and criticized China's actions as illegal and reckless. The House Committee on Appropriations resumes its deliberations on the 2025 national budget. On the table is the budget of the Department of Foreign Affairs. Reporting live from the House of Representatives is Hannah T. Hannah, what are the key points in the DFA budget deliberations so far?
a 2025 budget of 27.15 billion pesos to bolster national security, economic growth, and support the Filipino economic plan for the modernization of agriculture and business, revitalize industry, and promote the services sector while advancing research, technology, and innovation. Assessing national top priority with a 1 billion peso assistance for community medical aid, health, and overseas working services. It also highlights
Okay, Hannah. Hannah, we'll try to get back to you. We're having a bad connection. We'll get to that report by Hannah T in a bit. Please stay tuned. More when Newsfeed at noon returns. You're back on Newsfeed on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel. Let's go back to Hannah T reporting from the House of Representatives on the budget deliberations today. Hannah, I understand they were discussing the DFA's budget. What are the key points so far?
Yes, Mai, the Department of Foreign Affairs is requesting a 2025 budget of 27.15 billion pesos to bolster national security, boost economic growth, and support overseas Filipinos. For economic security, the DFA plans to support the modernization of agriculture and agribusiness, revitalize industry, and promote the services sector while advancing research, technology, and innovation. Assisting nationals is a top priority with a 1 billion peso assistance to Nationals Fund for emergency repatriation, medical aid, legal help, and overseas voting services. The TFA also highlighted recent diplomatic engagements and cooperation with ASEAN member states to advance national interests. Consular achievements include issuing over 1.5 million passports and 87,000 visas by July 2024, alongside the ongoing implementation of the e-apostille system, which has processed over 332,000 certificates this year. The DFA reaffirmed its commitment to a rules-based order in the West Philippine Sea, focusing on national sovereignty, territorial integrity, and maritime security. Recently, two Chinese Air Force aircraft dangerously maneuvered near a Philippine Air Force NC-212I on a patrol mission, deploying flares and endangering the Filipino crew. DFA Secretary Enrique Manalo strongly condemned the incident, stating that the Filipino aircraft posed no threat and did not violate any sovereignty. Such actions, he emphasized, do not help in calming tensions. The DFA has sent a note verbale to China, but Secretary Manalo mentioned that diplomatic protest is not the only course of action. He reiterated the Philippines' openness to peaceful negotiations, citing previous talks regarding Ayungin Shoal and Scarborough Shoal, which remain within the Philippines' legal rights. As for scheduled talks, regular consultations with China are ongoing, and the incident will be addressed at the appropriate time. Mai?
Thank you, Hannah. Hannah T there reporting live from the House of Representatives. Technical problems spoil Elon Musk's scheduled interview with Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump on X, formerly Twitter. Some users had difficulty accessing the live stream while the page was unavailable for others. The interview was seen as a fresh opportunity for the former president to seize the limelight at a time when new challenges hound his campaign. Trump's rival, Vice President Kamala Harris, has erased his lead in opinion polls. Trump returned to X on Monday. For the first time in a year, he posted a video claiming the 4 criminal prosecutions he faces are politically motivated. We'll go on a short break. More news comes your way after this break. You're back on Newsfeed. President Bongbong Marcos is eyeing a nuclear energy deal with a United Arab Emirates power firm to shore up the Philippines' energy sector. In their meeting in Malacanang, the president told the chairman and CEO of the Emirates Nuclear Energy Corporation that Manila is open to using nuclear energy for power generation. He adds this is one of his administration's top priorities. Global oil prices rise for a fifth consecutive session on expectations of a widening conflict in the Middle East that could tighten global supplies. Oil prices jumped by more than 3%, with a global benchmark Brent crude futures settling higher at more than $82 a barrel. Brent saw its biggest percentage gain for a single trading session this year. This comes as Iran and the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah vow to retaliate for the assassinations of their leaders. After the controversies in the Olympic boxing competitions in Paris, the International Olympic Committee says a decision if boxing will be included in the 2028 LA Olympics has to be made in 2025. The IOC has not included the sport on the LA 2028 program yet. It urges national boxing federations to create a new global boxing body or risk missing out on the Olympics. The IOC stripped the International Boxing Association of recognition last year over its failure to implement reforms on governance and finance. Meanwhile, IOC President Thomas Bach says if global warming continues at its current pace, hosting the Games in August may no longer be feasible.
We'll have to speak about the dates, but not because of these two countries. We will have to speak about the dates because of climate change. If the climate change is, continuing in the way that the experts are forecasting it, then it will be very difficult to organize Olympic Games in summer, in August.
The Olympic flag has arrived in LA for the next Summer Games in 2028. The flag arrived aboard a Delta Airlines jet carrying the American athletes and officials who took part in the Paris Olympics. The mayor of LA says she feels tremendous pride and responsibility when she received the flag in Paris last Sunday at the closing ceremonies. The International Olympic Committee awarded LA the hosting of the 2028 Games in 2017. This will be the third time for the City of Angels after hosting the Olympics in 1932 and 1984.
So that handoff to me was more than just the symbolism. It's a friendship that has developed between our two cities. Much that we have to learn from them, and I think one of the things I'm the most excited about is the way they turned the Olympics in Paris to be the Olympics for everyone.
And those are the news this hour. I'm Mai Rodriguez. Stay tuned to BNC for more top-of-the-hour news on Free TV Channel 31 and also on our website, bnc.ph. Bilyonaryo News Channel, always on top. Good afternoon.